Welcome back to Next Goal Wins. It's time for more transfer talk. Today is the news that Watford have made a club record bid of £7 million for Genoa winger Diego Perotti. The Argentinians had a really good season in Serie A. For Genoa, he arrived from Sevilla last summer for only £250,000, but some impressive performances have led to the £7 million price tag being asked of him. Other teams being interested, apparently Inter Milan being interested, but it looks like Watford could break the bank out. £7 million bid for him, apparently in the pipeline. Next up, Kondogbia from Monaco. Looks like he's going to be joining Inter Milan. They lead the chase for him. Player has been linked closely with Arsenal in recent weeks and months since they played in the Champions League against each other. The London club look like they've been interested, but Kondogbia looks like he could be on his way to Milan, to Inter. It'd be quite a good move for him. Inter obviously no European football this year. First time in the history of European football that no Milan club's going to be in. So it'll be interesting to see if Kondogbia will fit in well at Inter, see if he can push them back into those Champions League places. Big story coming out of Serie A is that Juventus, the league champions, look like they've secured the services of Mario Mandzukic for an €18 million fee. Mandzukic, interestingly, has joined Champions League finalists in his last 3 teams, including this one. The season after they've competed in the Champions League final, with Juventus, this one obviously losing to Barcelona in the final. Atletico Madrid before this, who he's joining Juventus from, they were in the final and lost to Real Madrid. And then before that, Bayern Munich in 2012. Another story in Italy, going back to one of the Milan clubs now, AC Milan. Berlusconi, the famous owner and politician, is saying that the club needs 3 strikers this transfer window to get them back into Europe. The main one they've been linked with, though, is Porto striker and Colombia striker Jackson Martinez. The striker prolific for Porto, as I'm sure we all already know. A lot of goals for Porto in the Portuguese league. A very different league, though, Portuguese league to the Italian league. Portuguese team, 2 to 3 teams, Sporting, Benfica and Porto, who are going to win it every year. I think he'll do well, though. Obviously, he's been linked with a lot of Premier League clubs, Arsenal being the prime target for him. But it looks like he could be on his way to AC Milan. Apparently, personal terms have been agreed, but that's just paper talk and it could not be true. Another big link coming out of London, going from London club to London club. Petr Cech looks like Arsenal really do want him. We all know that Petr Cech didn't really play last season behind Courtois at Chelsea. Too good, really, of a keeper to be playing number 2. Season before last, he actually was the goalkeeper of the year in the Premier League. So you don't really want to see him sitting on the sidelines. And obviously for Arsenal, it would mean David Ospina, for example, it looks like he could be going on his way out in papers today. He's been saying he might want to leave. Szczesny saying he wants to stay, though, and fight with Cech if Cech joins. Rosicky the other day saying in Czech Republic's game that Cech would be a great signing for Arsenal. We all know it would be a great signing for Arsenal. Petr Cech, he's still a world-class goalkeeper, and he has been for 10, 12 years now. So a great signing for Arsenal that would be, and another position they really need to fill. Now just to get that defensive midfielder that they've been after for 8 years, and they will be sorted. One of the more peculiar transfer stories probably ever heard is that Sergio Ramos apparently has been offered to bitter rivals Barcelona, according to Jordi Mayho, who is in the presidential election runnings for Barcelona at the moment. He said to Sport, the paper in Spain, that a while ago they were offered him, a month and a half ago roughly, and he didn't know if anyone else knew about it. But they're not going to play that game apparently. Apparently it was a trump card that Real offered to throw the elections or some such politics in football. No place for it really. But an interesting one. Might have Sergio Ramos been offered, and I'm sure he wouldn't have heard about it. Just like I said, a bit of boardroom stuff more than on-pitch talk really there. Spoke the other day about Newcastle saying they needed a striker when I did my Premier League fixtures video, the first video I uploaded. Apparently they've had contact with Wolfsburg over Bas Dost, the striker who had a real purple patch this season for Wolfsburg, scoring a lot of goals in a short space of time. Looks like they've had contact with the club over him. Dost isn't really a striker I've rated. He had a poor season at Wolfsburg, and as I said, he just had one really good patch last season where everything seemed to fall for him. With De Bruyne in behind, he got 20 odd assists in the Bundesliga. It's not difficult to score really. But yeah, apparently I had contact with him. But apparently Borussia Dortmund also had contact. New manager at the helm there after Klopp departing. While we're on Dortmund, we might as well talk about Ilkay Gundogan, the striker who was brilliant a few years ago, scored in the Champions League final for Dortmund, obviously against Bayern Munich. Been linked massively this transfer window. Barcelona, been one of the places, Manchester United, another one. But today, apparently coming out of Dortmund, looks like general manager says that Gundogan could be staying for another season. Apparently, new contract's been on the table for him. And looks like he might not want to leave now. Marco Reus looks like he could be staying, sign that contract. Obviously, that could have something to do with it. Finally, just went on one from Michael, Leicester City. We've been linked with Count midfielder N'Golo Kante, the strong central defensive midfielder. Apparently, Marseille are interested as well, but Leicester apparently £8 million bid it looks like we could be having for him. I haven't seen any of him. I can't really comment. Like most fans, I YouTubed him straight after we got linked with him. Looks like a kind of player who's versatile. Cambiasso, apparently, if he leaves, it's the replacement for him. I'll have to make a verdict on him if I see more of him, or once we sign him, or properly link with him. Once a bid's confirmed, I'll watch a bit more of him. Another player I've seen Leicester linked with is Tom Huddleston and Darmian Ndoye, both players who went now from Hull. I can't see the Huddleston one being true. I think Huddleston will end up at Aston Villa. Apparently, that seems to be all set. But Darmian Ndoye, obviously, we were linked with him. Leicester fans will know, last January when we signed Kramaric instead. So it'll be interesting to see if we go back in for him this transfer window. That's it for this video on Transfer Gossip. I'll be back again tomorrow for the daily upload. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave your comments below.